it was battered and scarred, and the auctioneer felt was hardly worth his while to waste much time on an old violin, but he held it up with a smile. It sure ain't much, but it's all we got left. I guess we ought to sell it too. Now who'll start the bid on this old violin? Just one more and we'll be through. Then he cried out, one, give me $1, who'll make it two? Only $2, who'll make it three? $3 twice, now that's a good price. But who's got a bid for me? Raise up your hand and don't wait any longer. The auction's about to end. Who's got for just $1 more to bid on this old violin? Well, the air was hot and the people stood round as the sun was setting low. From the back of the crowd, a gray-haired man came forward and picked up the bow. He wiped the dust from the old violin, he tightened up the strings. Then he played out a melody pure and sweet, sweeter than the angels sing. And the music stopped, and the auctioneer, with a voice that was quiet and low, said, what's my bid for this old violin? Then he held it up with a bow. Then he cried out, one, give me 1,000, who'll make it two? Only 2,000, who'll make it three? 3,000 twice, yeah, that's a good price. Now who's got a bid for me? People cried out, what made the change? We don't understand. The auctioneer stopped and he said with a smile, it was the touch of the master's hand. You know, many men with a life out of tune is battered and scarred with sin, and he's auctioned cheap to a thankless world, much like that old violin. Then the master comes and the foolish crowd, they never understand the worth of a soul and the change that is wrought just by one touch of the master's hand. And then he cried out, one, give me 1,000, who'll make it two? Only 2,000, who'll make it three? 3,000 twice, yes, that's a good price. Now who's got a bid for me? The people cried out, what made the change? We don't understand. The auctioneer stopped and he said with a smile, it was a touch of the master's hand. It was a touch of the master's hand. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for letting me drop in with you this morning. This is my Sunday morning reminder. It's Sunday, July 24th. And we'd just like to invite you to come to worship service with us today here at the Polo Christian Church. You know, maybe your life is just like that song said. It's kind of like that old violin, and you're battered and scarred with sin, and maybe you're out of tune. I want to tell you this morning, everybody that walks through these doors is out of tune, and including myself. But that's why we come to worship service together, and why we come and worship and praise the Lord, to thank Him for what He's given us, and to ask Him to get us more in tune with Him and what He wants us to be doing. So I'd like to invite you to come to church with us today here at the Polo Christian Church. We'd love to have you in person. Our Sunday school starts at 9:45 and worship service starts at 10:30. But come today and try and get back in tune with the Lord and where you need to be, just like the rest of us that gather here at the Polo Christian Church. Hey, thanks for letting me drop in with you this morning. God bless you. Hope to see you in just a little bit.